Arg, how are you this morning, time pirates? Alicia's like so excited for show and tell, so we have some fun things to show you guys. So, Alicia, what did you get in the mail?
Well, I got my necklace this morning. It's a 20-sided die, and it has an engraving with me and my husband's initials and the date that we got married.
It's
So
so cool.
it's fitting because it's a blue. I forget exactly what she called it. It was like a blue agate die, but because it's 20 years and we celebrated 20-year wedding anniversary. Why can't I talk this morning? I'm so excited. Um, But for 20 years, I figured that was cool. And then it came with the chain. So now I can wear it. And then my little books read thing came today.
I love it. I think I want one.
So
I love
very
it.
cool. Everything is 3D printed. So I have like more of the, you can pick up to 5 of the little thingies, but I just did 3. I did the coffee,
Uh-huh.
the lamp, and then I did the books with the cat, and then they give you all the blocks with all the numbers.
Oh, wait, is that 3D printed? Zafo can
It's
make me one.
3D printed, yeah.
Super cool. What is Cora doing? Cora? What? Oh, Cora's under the bed. What the heck? Are you learning from Benny? I just see her little head sticking out. What are
She's
you
learning
doing?
from Benny.
What are you doing, dear? She's funny. I can't see her tail, but her body's wiggling. I know her tail's wagging. What are you doing, Andrew dear? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Yeah. So funny. She's going whoop whoop, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Oh, so cute. Um, that's so cool. Yeah, I want one of those. I love it. How's it look against the green? Have you tried it yet?
Not yet. Oh, and I did get the bookcases painted yesterday. I had to get Alan to help me in the afternoon, but I got the majority of one done by myself, and it got too hot, and I was like, dude, I can't do this.
Hold on.
And then,
Oh, she is stuck. Hold on.
oh no, Puppy is in distress. Puppy is in distress.
There you go. He's a good girl. Oh, the good girl. Nah, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Good morning, Cora. Good morning, puppy.
Sorry, my husband, he sets, when he goes to sleep, he sets his iPad against the bed. So it's on the ground sitting against the bed. And even though she easily could have just pushed through it, she was like, I'm stuck. There's an iPad. I can't get through.
There's a thing in the way.
It's a very big blocking thing. But just now, you see how she wasn't looking at me? She kept going to the desk. That's because I haven't eaten my breakfast yet. She was like, hi, Mom. Oh, breakfast. I'm like, get off of me. You didn't buy my breakfast.
I've already had breakfast.
What? You're ahead of the game. So you said,
Yeah,
so you got
so.
too hot, so you're like, no, I can't paint. So you only painted them one coat, or did you get them all finished?
I did. So the one bookcase, I got most of it one coat painted, and then I had to paint like the one side, and I was like, I can't do this. It's too hot. That, and I ran out of paint in the tray.
Oh, yeah.
And then when Alan came home, I was like, help. I was like, help.
Help,
Damsel in
please.
distress. Help. And he went out there and helped me paint and finished painting the second one.
Nice.
And then we realized that we're only gonna get, because each one has to do with 2 coats. So I'll probably finish off the first gallon of paint with these 2 bookcases. So that means 1 gallon of paint paints 3 bookcases, which is fine.
They're huge.
Yes.
And the real wood will soak in more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yep. So I'll have to go buy a new gallon of paint so that when we build the other 3 bookcases,
at least you know 1 more gallon will do it. Exactly.
And 2 of them aren't going to be as tall because of where they're going to sit. They can't be 8 foot because then it would cut into that shelf that's already on the wall.
Gotcha.
So they're going to be 7 foot bookcases, but still they're going to be huge.
Still massive. Yeah, still massive.
So, yep. I'll be here for a bit before I have to go to my appointment.
No, ma'am. I liked it better when she didn't talk.
She means business.
No, ma'am. She's making the sound she usually does but Kevin's not even awake yet, so no. And let's see who we have in chat. Ali says, hello, Kelly, Alicia, and chat. Reading the book of Lost Friends, 65% complete, so I should finish today. Yay. And Mary says, good morning. I will be writing reviews, too many to count, while listening to Murder at a Scottish Halloween. Aw, that sounds fun. And Mary says, Ali, are the Lost Friends people? Right? Because they could be. The book of, do I have that book? I think it's just familiar because Ali was talking about it. I'm just thinking I have a book that's the Lost something. I don't know. There's lots of titles. Let's see. And Sue says, hello, everyone. Ali says, it's a historical fiction book by Lisa Wingate with dual timeline of people sold during Civil War and then after Civil War. Mary says, Sue. And Ali says, hello, Sue. And Mary says, okay, thank you, Ali. I'm going to look into it. And Jean has joined us. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Kelly and Alicia. I am going to writing this morning. I have an assignment due tomorrow. All right, excellent. Get it done. Get it done.
Got this.
Ali says, okay, it's really good if you like historical fiction. Speaking of historical fiction.
Nope.
I came back from my event where I got to meet these authors, and they were awesome. They gave an entire speech because this is historical fiction based on true people. And so they gave like the history of these people. Nice. And it was so cool. And these two authors were so cute together. So they were funny. They told great stories. And then look, we have our signature.
Very cool.
So, and it turns out, because I read Personal Librarian earlier this month and freaking loved it because I knew I was going to go see them. And I was like, oh, I should probably read the other book of theirs that I own. And then in the front, it says they have another book that I have not read. It's called The First Ladies. So I need to get that one too. And it is Eleanor Roosevelt and someone else. I don't know who it is. But another Black person, because that is another Black woman specifically, because that's what they do together, right? So it's a white author and a Black author writing historical fiction, and they try to find people who are connected, white and Black women, so that they can tell both of their stories. And it's just so you get authentic voices, and they do tons of research, so they get the stories as accurate as possible. So
it is a partnership between First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt and civil rights activist Mary McLeod Bethune.
There you go. And they said that in real life, those two were best friends. They were really, really close. So writing their story, I'm very fascinated. So I want to see that. And then I think Eleanor Roosevelt would have made a freaking amazing president. But these two it is the first Black prosecutor in New York City. So not just first Black woman prosecutor in New York City. And then this is a madam of a brothel. So they said this is really cool because now you've got two. They keep writing about friends. These two, they are not friends. They're on the opposite sides of the law, but they both work together to bring down Lucky Luciano, the big mob boss, in 1930. So it's just fascinating. Cora, you're getting obnoxious. It was cute, and now it's obnoxious. Stop it. But it was really cool. But I went down there with my friend Anne, and so I have some cool pictures that's going to go in my scrapbook. I'm so excited. And she, we stopped right next door. It's a Black-owned business. It's a Black-owned bookstore, Kindred Stories. And next door, there's a Black-owned breakfast lunch place. And so we went down early because they closed at 6, which is a little late for a lunch place. But it's downtown. Everyone leaves. So I'm sure they're just open until, people are off work and leave. And so I had their greens. Oh my God, they were the best greens I've ever had. Kevin, we have to go back and eat those greens. They were so good. Instead of like just being stewed, which is usually what greens are, right? They're just stewed and like ham hocks and yummy things. They were cooked more, they were treated more like Brussels sprouts. So they had a nice vinegar on them. They had tons of butter. It's delicious. And there were like crispy bits, like when they do Brussels sprouts and they kind of burn them, right? I think they call it charred, but I mean they're kind of burned on the top, but it tastes so good with the Brussels sprouts. It was so good with the greens. I was like, holy moly! I'm like, I want an entire bucket of this, please. It was so good. I'm like, we have got to go back because they were out of. Because really, the only thing I wanted were the greens and the mac and cheese. They were out of mac and cheese. And I was like, my God, if the greens are this good, the mac and cheese has to be out of this world. I'm like, no wonder you ran out. And also running out's good. When you run out of things, that also tells you they're making it fresh, and that it's that good, right? Because people are buying it all. So this is it's now on my bucket list to go earlier so I can find some food. And then I had a fried green tomato sandwich. And that was freaking amazing. They had something pickled on it. I can't tell what it was. And the onions were so sweet. I think they had to have been Vidalia onions. But it was, and the green, it was nice and crisp and delicious. It was so, so good. I'm just so excited about this. My breakfast of cinnamon toast out of a package and all, we call it yogurt in this country and they'd probably call it dessert in other countries. Yeah, that's just not hitting it for me. But it was really fun to go down there again. So I love it. I love it. It's awesome to meet authors.
I always enjoy when I go to book signings. I haven't been to one in forever. And most of the ones that I want to go to, they come to Florida, but they're so far away.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to Jacksonville. And I was like, fuck, that's like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, that's the benefit to living in the fourth biggest city, right? I have lots of opportunities to do things. Another reason why we didn't move. I mean, there's so many opportunities here. So, let's see. And Jean says, Happy Canada Day to everyone. Oh, yes. Happy Canada Day, Jean. I think you're our only Canadian in here.
Happy Canada Day?
Yes, today is Canada Day. And Mary, I love historical fiction. Me too.
Not so much.
And Sue says, hi, Mary. Hi, Allie. And Allie says, I would definitely recommend Lisa Wingate. All of her historical fiction books are good. Allie says, you're welcome, Mary. Ren says, hello, everyone. Why, hello, Ren. How are you? How's vacation treating you? Mary says, I just looked. I've read Before We Were Yours and The Last Father-Daughter Dance. Loved this. I don't know what SS means. And Ren says, listening to A Darker Shade of Magic. Oh, there you go. That is tonight. We get to read more, which is good because I'm behind and there's 2 other books I need to finish. So I won't be caught up by tonight. So tonight I'm just going to read all Darker Shade of Magic. And then once I finish these 2 books, I have 2 more. Then I will be, by next Wednesday, I will be caught up on Darker Shade of Magic.
By the last.
Finish it.
Last
and be ready to finish it. I'm doing the best I can. Missing that first Wednesday made a huge difference. You know what I mean? Let's see.
Don't worry, I have to get caught up too. So hopefully, depending on how my appointment goes and how everything else, we'll be able to get caught back up.
Excellent. And Ren says, also, Alicia, Agony August is just when you read sad books for a month. It's not an official readathon or anything, as far as I know. Ah, there you go. Just sad books.
I was in Didi's and they were talking about Agony August, and I was like, what's that?
Yeah, I don't need that nonsense. No, thank you.
That'll be a happy month because my kids go back to school. So I need happy books.
Yeah, no, I can't do a whole month. I like my sad books, but I can't put them back to back to back.
No, those are, I need to sprinkle those in, not read them for a whole month.
Yeah, my books affect my mood for sure. So I need to spread it out. Jean says, I need a coffee. Well, I mean, you're going to write. It's almost required.
Coffee.
And Mary says, Ren. Jean says, the Vietnamese restaurant I went to yesterday ran out of spring rolls, which you can tell they were handmade and so yummy. Oh, I love it. Like, you're sad when they run out, but like I said, when they do, they didn't just go to Sam's Club and buy it. You know what I mean? They made that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Jean says, I liked the Memory Keeper Daughter. Nice. Mary says, SS short story. Oh, short story. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. And Jean says that 42% of Some People by Parina Shroff. That's the one I got to finish that's what I'll be doing today is finishing my ebook so I can start Some People because I need to get it in. I'm behind on everything. Ren says, I think I'm caught up. I made it to chapter 1 of part 9 last night. Oh, yeah. Part 9? You're ahead. You're ahead, Ren. But, I mean, it's for today, though, right? And Ren will be sleeping when we're sprinting. So it makes sense.
That's 7.
And Ren says, hey, Mary. And Paula has dropped in. Why, hello, Paula. So good to see you. Hi, Kelly, Alicia, and chat. And Allie says, I can't do a month of sad books for sure. My depression would be so bad if I did that. Exactly. Yeah, no, I could not do it. And Allie says, hi, Paula. What are you on?
She's definitely like in the section where we should be reading now.
Reading tonight? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll probably catch up with last week's tonight. So I'll be caught up from last week.
That is the goal.
Behind. Come on now, we can do this.
I have not been able to pick this up since last time we read. I am on page 116.
Yeah, I'm on 122. So we're at the same spot. That's how I like the way we do this though, because worst comes to worst, even if I don't finish it next week, I have one more week. Do you see what I mean? And I will definitely have it done before our discussion. 1000%. Yep. So that's the trick. Oh, and also, Allie, the wishing game did not end up on my TBR yet. So it will end up on either next month or the month after for sure, because I have to get it done before October. So, but it did not quite make it though. Well, you got to watch my TBR game. I'll talk about it after it goes up. Okay. I just wanted to warn you that that one is not going up. So if you are waiting for me, if you don't want to wait for me, just read it. But if you are waiting for me, it's not this month. And Ren says, I'm ahead. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, you're rocking it, Ren. You're rocking it. Jean says, I find out about book event after they happen here, not with time to buy the tickets. Yeah, I don't always find out before. I just happen to see this one. And Kindred Stories, I get their newsletter because it's an indie bookstore. And so they told me, and I was like, ooh, I want to go. So I sent it to Anne. I was like, you want to go? And I sent it to my book club, invited them, but they didn't want to go. As in no one responded. So I'm like, okay. I would have gone by myself. That's how excited I was. Let's see. Paula says, hi, Allie. And Jean says, you could probably read Some People in one sitting. I am not that person. Yeah, I did. It looks like it's a pretty fast read, right? So I probably will read it pretty darn fast. But I need to get it started. It's the stress of not having started it that's getting to me. Ren says, yeah, I think today you guys are reading to somewhere in part 11. I will take your word for it. I'll look at it tonight. And Allie says, okay, when you get to it, it is fine. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. All right, let us start our first sprint. I will be blocking my camera because I am going to eat my first sprint, and no one wants to see that. And I might be killing a dog. I walked you. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Yes, Ren. We will be getting to part 11, the end of chapter 3 in that section.
There you go.
So.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Here we go. 30 minutes. And there was our first sprint. I got everything done except my email. And I think I would have got my email done if I didn't have to go hose off the dog. But apparently she needed the more running around because now she's curled up on the bed. She's just looking right at me, but she's curled up on the bed. Awesome. How'd you do, Alicia?
I got dressed. I got my bag together for my appointment, which I will have to leave for soon because I have to take them to the grandparents. And I wrote my to-do list. And I was wondering because there was a bunch of honking outside. I was like, what is going on? Some of the puppies got out across the street. So they're just gallivanting on the side of the road, chasing each other.
You're going to need to be hosed off.
Probably, but
But seems to me those owners aren't going to, so
no. Well, these dogs live outside.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's what I was saying. Yeah.
But like, if their dogs keep getting out, like I wonder, like, can you get like a fence extension or just replace your fence so that your dogs don't get out?
I mean, there's lots of things you can do, but dogs were not meant to just be in a yard.
This is true.
I think it should be illegal. But we need to work on the breeding first before we work on that.
Yep. So, but and I don't know because they've had a couple of visits from the sheriff's office. So I don't know if these, because it was like they got a visit and then the puppies showed up. So I don't know if it was their dog was bred with one of their dogs so that they could have puppies for the program. I don't know if it's that kind of situation or
For what program?
Like, you know, when they get the dogs for the police officers and they have them trained.
There's no way those dogs just running around in the backyard being completely out of control and being able to get out like that are being used for any kind of police training. That's not how it works. They're those dogs are watched and monitored all the time from birth until they go to their jobs. No. That I guarantee you that is not what it is.
Okay. I didn't know. I don't know how they do these things.
Yeah, it's a very, very careful process. So no.
Yeah. These people just let
dogs,
their.
They still get them from Europe because they're trained so well.
Oh yeah, I remember working at a pet store and a guy used to come in, and he talked about how he helped train those dogs, and he said that it depends on what language they want to be trained in, but he does a lot of the like German training. And so, but I met when we went to the air show last year, they had canines, and every single dog that was there was trained in a different language. And I was like, wow, because that was one of the, they do the Q&A, and I was like, I have a question. And he was like, yes. I was like, is it true that you guys train your dogs in different languages? And he was like, that is a very good question, and yes. So then he started pointing out that the different dogs were like, one was trained in German, one was trained in Swedish, and then there was another one, and I forget the language, but all three of them were different. So they know based on those. And I was like, that's so cool.
That is cool. It's cool, but it proves my point, right? Like they are 100% monitored at all times. So, yeah. That's
so no, these people are just, letting their dogs roam free and get out.
Yep, so and just didn't bother to get them neutered, which that should be a law. Either you have a license to breed them or you have to get your animals neutered.
I don't know. They're probably not then. But yeah, they have like a 4-foot fence and they have German Shepherds. Do you really think they're going to... I want to know how the puppies are getting out, though, because there's no way that these dogs are big enough to jump a 4-foot fence.
No, but German Shepherds dig.
So they're going under.
But what good's a 4-foot fence for almost any dog? Cora and Benny would have been right over that, running all around the neighborhood, man. There's no way a 4-foot fence would do any good. That doesn't keep kids in, for God's sake. What's the point? Might as well not have a fence than have a 4-foot fence. No. That's ridiculous.
So you see my dilemma.
The
I'm just
dilemma is
like,
there's a reason why I don't live in the country, and I never will.
I feel bad for the puppies, but at the same time, it's like it's none of my business. I don't know those people.
It is your business, though. They're right across the street from you, and those dogs get out all the time. It would
This is
not be your business if they took care of their animals and they stayed in their yard. Or when they
we
took them
have
out,
it.
they kept them on a leash, or they cleaned up after them. If they did all of that, you're right, it's none of your business. But the fact that what's happening is happening, that is your business. And that's my problem. That's why I can't live in the country. Can't do it. Can't do it.
We have on camera where one, two, I think it was two. They have several dogs, but I think two of their dogs, for whatever reason, thought it was okay to come into our yard, then somehow got into the backyard and was staring at my pool enclosure door like they were going to be let in. And then when they didn't get let in, they left. And I was like, what is the purpose of this?
Poor babies. I'd probably let them in.
And then they'd be wondering where their dogs are. And I'd be like, sorry, but
Sorry, they're mine now.
they're mine now because you just let them roam around all over and they come into my yard. But they won't go near me because one has been in the yard and I didn't know he was there. And I went out to check the mail and he looked at me, stopped. And then as I started to go closer to the mailbox, not realizing that he was there, he ran out of the yard. And I was just like, hello, you're here. Why are you here? So, yeah, no.
I will tell you, all those dogs would know me. And I would name them if I didn't know their names.
Alpha, beta.
Oh no, they'd have real human names.
I know. just go by the Greek alphabet.
Come on, we have Cora and Benny, and we had Issa and Amelia and Amber. Like I name all of our dogs after actual. I do not name my pets, and we have Benny and Brady, or Toby and Brady. I do not name my pets anything I would not name a child.
I did not know this, but when I named the cats, all of them have middle names that start with the letter M.
How funny!
So, like, I have Isis Marie,
Mm-hmm.
and then Simon was Simon Michael, no relation to the chef.
Well, that'd be
And
Michael
then-
Simon. So yeah.
And then I have Raphael Matthew. I don't know why I chose M names, but that's their name. And of course, then I have our last name.
I didn't bother with middle names. I don't care. That's funny. Let's see how chat did on that sprint. Mary says, "Oh my, the memory keeper's daughter sounds so different." Jean says, "Cora is puppy. It is the logic of a puppy." Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's like, I can't get through. This iPad is totally blocking me. Jen says, "Good morning, pirates. I'm currently sitting on the back porch of the lake house." Oh, that alone sounds amazing. "Enjoying a cup of coffee and getting ready to start my first Here Kid. Woo, woo, woo. Bingo, Bodies, and Barbecue Sauce by Benny Bumster." How fun. Is there food on the cover? Is there food on the cover of that one?
There has to be food on the cover.
And Jen says, "It's a cozy mystery set in a trailer park in Florida. The first one was hilarious and fulfills the read a book entirely outside secret prompt." Oh, there you go. That's right. You're reading it outside.
See?
I love that. I love that. Happy reading, everyone. Yeah, last year I got to read. That's the only secret prompt I did. And I got to read outside on the beach in Florida. I was like, ooh, I need a Florida beach book.
Nice. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I was trying to think of like books that I could fit into like my summer reading, fall reading, academia reading. Because I started a post-it note and I was going to put 6 titles on each. And there's a couple that don't have a 6th title. And I was like, ooh, I could use that book. And I was like, oh, can I get to that book? Because I have one called Summer Vibes.
Mhm.
And I forget who it's by. But I was like, oh, I could read that one. Oh, can I get to it? Because it's
all
probably in
hiding.
the pile.
I feel that. You should play your TBR game. Then you don't have to make choices.
I do need to start getting acclimated with that. I'm going to work on it today, but I also have to do thumbnails later today.
Yes, I need to edit my video, but not today. Today I got a lot of reading and editing to do, like book editing. Let's see. And Jean said, "Memory Keeper's daughter is that's the link for it. And Mary says, "Good morning, Jen." Mary says, "Jean, I want to bump this up my TBR." Livia says, "Hi, Kelly. Hi, Alicia. Hi, everyone." Why, hello,
Hello.
Livia. How are you on this fine afternoon? Jean says, "The Miniaturist was such a fabulous book." I clicked on that one too. That's such a cute cover. I think my favorite historical fiction. Hi, baby. Hey, did y'all win last night?
No.
So I'm only the good luck piece. You're not, huh?
Apparently, yeah.
I think you got more right last time than I did. What place did y'all get?
Like 6.
6? Ah, losers. Jeez,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Categories were really
Yeah. It was trivia they were playing last night. Well, I was at my
Oh.
book signing.
My exam is scheduled for 11,
Today? Okay.
so I probably won't exist until 3 or 4.
No worries. You got it. You got the day. And Courtney has joined us. Why, good morning, Courtney. How are you today? Alicia says, "Hello, Livia and Courtney." Mary says, "Hi, Livia and Courtney." Mary says, "I added the Miniaturist to my 2027 TBR." Yeah, I might add that. I have to go back and read the thing. That's what I was going to say. My favorite historical fiction, I read a lot of them for the last few years, has been Frozen River by Lawhorn. What was her first name? I just know her last name it should be like Lawhorn or something. I can't do it. It's Lawhon. Ariel. So good. And so she's got a book on NetGalley, and I was like, "Ooh, request." But it's just sitting there. So sad. All right. Oh, I forgot. I got to sign back into NetGalley. Hold on. So I will do that later, not right now. And Mary added the Memory Keeper's Daughter to this month. Was able to get right away on Libby. Oh, nice. And Vanessa has joined us. Good morning, Vanessa. Morning, Pirates. Arr. Allie says, "Morning, Vanessa." And Mary says, "Good morning, Vanessa." Jen says, "I got to 12% in bingo and barbecue sauce and finished my coffee." Excellent. Now it's time to get water. It's going to be hot as you're out there reading it all day. Allie says, "I got to page 243 in the Book of Lost Friends." Nice. Vanessa says, "I've already had a busy day. I got out of bed at 8 and have done a bunch of DragonCon emails and my Italian homework. I am so tired. I've been going since I got home Monday." Yeah, I'm so sorry, Vanessa. I mean, yay, I'm so glad you're getting stuff done. It feels good, right? But it's also freaking exhausting. And
I
Vanessa
painted
says-
bookcases.
Yeah, see? You're like, "I did it anyways. I freaking did it." Vanessa says, "Hi, Allie, and morning, Mary." Ren says, "Made it to 57%. Sue says, "Started the audiobook on When Life Gives You Vampire." When Life Gives You Vampires? That's a funny title. While I worked
Who
on
is
my
that
reading
by?
journals.
I need to look that up.
That's a great title. Vanessa says, "I've got my Italian lesson in about 30 minutes, so I won't be here for the next chatty bit, but I hope to be back for the goodbyes." Excellent. We will be here. And Charles, why, hello, Charles. We haven't seen you in a bit. How you been? Has work been driving you ragged? And Charles says, "Arr, good morning, time pirates." Vanessa says, "Morning, Charles." Charles says, "Hey, Vanessa." And Jen says, "We are the same, Kelly, except Tinkerbell, Tink. All of ours have always had people names too." Yeah, I think it's important. It's important to have Tinkerbell names. It's important to have, like human names, because then you treat them more like part of the family instead of, some cute little decoration thing. And Charles says, "Working today and listening to Infinity Alchemist, 96%. Oh, well, I mean, you're going to get that done so quick. Gonna just make the Libby deadline. Phew. Oh, well, then there you go. Just in time. Jen says, "Most named after celebrities or TV characters." Hey, man, whatever it takes, but they're still names. Jen says, "Vanessa, did you get your email blast situation figured out?" Yeah, it's a good question. I know that was frustrating yesterday. And while we await the answer to the question, we shall start our second sprint.
I will go ahead and skedaddle because I have to get these kids out the door.
Absolutely. Well, good luck. I hope everything goes smoothly and they don't find anything at all.
That is the hope. So we'll see how this goes. And if I'm back in time, then you'll see me at the end. If not, I will see you at Vanessa's. We're doing sprints today.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. All right. Even though Vanessa, I mean, sounds like you need a nap. I can't remember if Vanessa naps or not. All right, excellent. Well, good luck. Drive safely, and we will see you. Oh, real quick, hi to Molly. Hi, Molly. I've
Hi,
been here the whole
Molly.
time, just too lazy to pick up the phone and type. Oh, well, it is good to see you, Molly. Hello. Oh, and Chantel said good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Why, good morning, Chantel. And Vanessa says, Jen, yes, I ended up having to use a different sent from reply email because I don't have access to the DragonCon admin account to do whatever it is needed to be done to make it work. Ah, I gotcha. Jen says, yay, I know that's a relief. Yeah, exactly. All right. We'll see y'all in 30.
Hi.
And there was our second sprint. I finished all of my morning activities and I've moved on to my book. I'm at 72%, and there's only like an hour and 15 minutes left, so I should be able to get it done. My ebook is pretty darn good at estimating how long it takes me to read something, so I tend to trust it. As long as I've read like the first couple chapters, it knows how long it's going to take me. So, how did y'all do that sprint? Feeling super sleepy today, though, and I don't know why. Let's see. Vanessa says, talking about the emails that wouldn't send properly, says, so I resent it with my own, I resent it with my own email, Addie, and it finally went. And Vanessa says, no, I'm not a napper. See, I didn't think so. I was trying to remember. I swear we talked about it before. I'm an awful napper. I wake up useless and a raging bitch. No one wants that. That's no point to that, right? That defeats the purpose of what the nap is supposed to do. And Molly says, hi, I'll just finished an arc called 70,000. I cried. Aw. It is poetry on the topic of the 70,000 books stolen from the Palestinians during the Nakba. Oh, man. That's some powerful poetry. I wish poetry made me cry. Poetry just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. I'm so glad that that moved you, Molly. I'm sorry you're crying, but movement is good. That's what poetry is supposed to do, right? And Vanessa says, morning to Molly. Alicia says, I will see you in other chats or tonight for 100 Pages Book Club. And Jen says, I brought out my Kindle clicker so I can be extra lazy and not even have to lift my arm to turn the page. I love that. As I was thinking right now, I'm like, can I just sit here and just read? That'd be so much nicer. But the dog ate my clicker. She's laying on her leg like this. And I looked over at her and she just looked up a little bit at me. That was funny. Let's see. And Molly says, nice. And Vanessa says, okay, gonna go prep for my Italian lesson. Back after. Excellent. I hope you have a great time with Italian lessons. Bren says, made it to 65% in A Darker Shade of Magic. Nice. You're getting there, man. Yeah, so you should be about 75%. You'll be caught up with our reading for tonight. It's a nice, even 400 pages, that book. Ellie says, I got to page 252 in the Book of Lost Friends, just a little over 100 pages left. Ah, excellent. You definitely can get that done today. Molly says, 25% into dopamine decor. Dopamine decor. Dopamine decor. What is that? Was ist das? Style your home with color, joy, and fun. Interesting. It's time to listen to your inner child. Style your home with color, joy, and fun. I mean, every room in my house is a different color. Let's see. Find your color. Don't let anyone tell you what colors you can and can't have in your home. Find your colors and learn how to make them work in any room. Be bright. If you're accidentally Wes Anderson or longing to wake up in Oz, my checklist, creative challenges and flowcharts will take you from blank canvas to your own color-filled haven. I love it. Learn what lights you with inspirational photos of colorful homes and examples of different interior styles from all over the world. A book, I transform my family home on a budget, doing it myself. I know all the tricks and tips to make any space your colorful oasis permanently and temporarily while keeping costs down. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, the only thing that usually stops me from decorating is just money, right? I know you could do it on the cheap. I do it on the cheap, but it still costs money. But I do believe in color. Let's see. And Jen says, got to 20%, 8 breakfast, hard-boiled eggs, turkey sausage, grapes, and chocolate protein shake. Now that is a good breakfast. And popped over to say hi to Chantel and Paula. Oh, I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me. And Christina says, good morning, Kelly. Why, good morning, Christina. And Ren says, I've got 2 hours left in the audio, so I just might finish the whole thing tonight. Yay! And Sue says, got my daughter off to work. I swear she is 33, and it was easier to get her to go to school than work. Read a few pages in David Copperfield. Nice. I need to read because I want to read Demon Copperhead, and I've never read David Copperfield. So I think I want to read David Copperfield and Demon Copperhead and like compare them, just like I did Carrie and The Weight of Blood. Except Carrie and The Weight of Blood were much shorter, faster paced books. David Copperhead, no, um, right? Thank you. David Copper. I'm like, I'm getting this wrong and I can't get it right now. David Copperfield and Demon Copperhead are chonkers, right? So it's a very different experience. And I have all of these nonfiction history books that I want to read through the end of the year. So those are probably going to be my dense books till the end of the year. Doo, 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 doo. And Courtney said, good advice. Yeah, to make color, right? See, I need motivation to decorate. Seems frivolous at times. Yeah, I agree, but man, I love color. I just love it so much. That's why, like I said, every house and every room in my house is a different color. Every one of them. Let's see. And Christina says, hi, Sue, but it is frivolous when I can't afford it, right? If I can't afford it, well then. And Christina says, hi, Sue, Allie, Mary, Jean, Ren, Paula, Jen, Livia, Courtney, Vanessa, Steve, Molly, and Alicia. Nicely done. Christina says, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, save progress, laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. And Ren says, hey, Christina. Sue says, hi, Christina. Nicely done. Look at us being so productive. I am so proud of us, time pirates. You know, I didn't take my meds. I probably should do that. Maybe this exhaustion is my heart going, man, I'm tired. I'm like, no, heart, you could just slow down. So I think I will start this sprint and go get some water so I can take my meds and then continue to read. So I won't get this done next sprint, but I'll be darn close and I will finish it right after. So excellent, excellent. I will see y'all in 30. And there is the last sprint. I made it to 83% in my book. So it's going fast. It's not good though. This might be a 2-star read. Definitely not above a 3. We'll see how it ends, whether it's going to be a 2-star or 3-star. Thrillers, they have to be really outstanding to work for me. And I have another thriller coming up after this one. Like, this is just not. There's a serial killer, and the serial killer is like an amalgamation of a bunch of different serial killers without any real definitive reason. And we're getting the perspective of the serial killer, and that's boring. So I'm just not gelling with it. And she did a time jump cheat thing, and I was like, ugh. I mean, if she had pulled it off, would have been so cool, but she didn't. So it's just not working for me. Which I guess I should be happy because it's a series, so I guess I only have to read one. That's nice. I would definitely DNF it, but it's for Hurricane, and I don't have time to choose another one. I got to finish the ones I got. So how did everyone else do? Let's see. We had everyone saying hello to Christina, and Lindsay joined us. Hey, Lindsay, how are you this afternoon? Hey, guys, how's everyone doing? I started my first Hurkid book today. Ooh, Matchup by Lee Child, which is an anthology written by pairs of thriller writers. Going okay so far. We'll probably do one story a day. I love that. What's that for? Because it's not for the anthology one, right? Because the anthology is a bunch of authors so that you can like read their other works. Yeah. So what? Let me know. Let me know. What is it for? And Jean says, got to 50% of some people. It is so good. You don't even realize time is passing. Oh, I cannot wait to read that one. It's going to be so much better than this piece of garbage. I mean, just reading the synopsis again yesterday, or the back cover blurb. Sorry, not the synopsis. The back cover blurb. It was just like, I was just like, this book sounds so good. Like, it's a fascinating setup. So I'm very excited. And Sue says read some in a bird watching book. Ooh, that's fun. Are you going to go bird watching, or is this just like an arc? I do love the birds. I watch them every morning. Oh, I got pictures of those ducks, and I forgot to send them to Alicia. And they do have orange feet. I saw their feet today. So they have orange beak, orange feet. And they're tiny and really cute. And it basically cheaped at me. One of them cheaped at me, and other two of them came because I was walking with the dog, right? So I'm sure it was going, dog. But it was like cheeping. It didn't quack. It was like really cute. I was like, oh, look at that cute little sound you're making, you cute little duck. They're like bigger than a quail, but I feel like that's the only meat they'd have on them. Like, this is not a duck I would want to eat. It's way too small. Let's see. Courtney says, I'm finishing up my morning movements. Think I'm going to take a mini walk around the block. Nice. Quick, before it gets too hot. Jean says, I feel like napping, but I need to write. Now I understand. I'm falling asleep, and I don't know why. Oh, it's the printer. I'm like, what is that noise? It was the printer. I thought it was coming from outside. Let's see. And Molly says, just finished Dopamine Design as the timer ended. Jean said, gave 2 stars to the husbands. Yep, gave 2 stars to the husbands. So it was awful. I did not enjoy it at all. But this one's not the husbands. I finished the husbands yesterday. This one is this one. And I need the U for the author. I already had the book, but for the alphabet for Hurkid. So I have the U, and I was very excited to read this one. It looks really cool. It sounds really cool. It's got a cool cover, and it's not. It's pretty bad. And I guess this author does a podcast that is a true crime podcast. And well, she's not paying attention. I'll tell you that, because it's just not good. And Molly says, how many Hurkid 2 books do you have left, Kelly? 4. And this one I'm almost done with, so that'll be 3. And I'm over halfway on this one. And I am 23%. 23% into this one on audio. And this is the last one I have to start. And it's a quick thriller, so that one will not take that long. So I'll definitely be done before July 7th. I just really see everyone starting their Year books. I really wanted to be done by July 1st, but I guess this is why I start on July 7th every year, because this happens every year and I can't quite make it to July 1st. But I will get done. I won't have to use any of the indies. I won't have to use any, well, I only did one secret prompt where I can replace a book. I won't have to use any of that. I will have read all the books for it. So, and I will end up reading 129 books. So for Here Kid. So there you go. And Jen says, I got to 25% in bingo and barbecue sauce. Talked to my nephew today. It's his 6th birthday. Oh, how cute. All those are fun birthdays where they're old enough to know what they are and be excited about them, but not old enough that they are, bitter about whatever you get them or don't buy them. Like 6 is a good age for birthdays. I love that. Christina put in the Tomorrow Time Pirates. Thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate your help. Lindsay says, yeah, for anthology, the editor's lead child, there are like 20 authors. Ah, there you go. There's like 20 authors in there. I love it. It's funny. I'm doing a thriller one, considering the luck I'm having with thrillers, for my anthology too. I am doing, it's actually an audio free on Audible called the Twisted Women's Book Club. So based on that, I actually own 3 books from authors in there. And then 2 more are on Kindle Unlimited, and 1 more I can get the audio for. And so I will not have to buy any of them. But it's a thriller. So I'm going to read Karen Slaughter, Oyin Khan Braithwaite, Stacey Willingham, Heather Morris, Robert Dugoni, and Naomi Hirahara. So very excited. What you need, baby? Oh, gotcha. Seifo's setting up to take a all-important test for one of his qualifications. So he needs to set up cameras and shit. Did you grab the thing off the printer? Okay. Let's see. And Christina says, and Vanessa sprints are today. Yay, Vanessa's back. So we go to Vanessa after, and Dee Dee is sprinting for Geisha. I went over and liked it and didn't type anything. So I need to go over there and say hello to, and hit Paula sprints as well. And Sue says, the cats and I enjoy watching them in the backyard. Oh, see, I like the birds. I really like them. They're fun. Oh, of course, chewing on her bone. I don't know why noises are bothering me today. Like every single noise is distracting me, and I don't know why. Christina says Chantel and Paula are alive too. And Jean says, fascinating, the back of the book, some people, or the husbands. Some people. The husbands was a cool concept, but it didn't happen. Just like this one. This one's just not, it's just not good. It's not good. The husbands, at least I could see some people liking it. It just wasn't for me. I'm too old to appreciate what she was trying to do. But this one's just not good. Maybe that means I should give it a 1 star. I don't know. And Lindsay says, told hubby I need to make 50 pages in my journal, 25 for Here Kid and 25 for Amanda's reading and writing life birthday bingo. Yeah, I did 26 in Here Kid. You want to know why? Because I had the title page too, right? Just half a page. So half a page. I actually bought the book. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, Lindsay. I'm so excited to be journaling now too. I mean, I haven't started in the official journal. I've just prepped. I'm just prepping. But I bought the book, and I am taking out the pages and cutting these things out and putting them in my journal. So I'm having a lot of fun. So again, they're not in my journal. I've attached them yet, but that's what I'm going to do. So 25 pages for the prompts, and then 1 for the bingo board. So I'm quite excited about it. It's going to be fun. Cannot wait till I get to start doing that. But I have so much to do. I just can't yet. Way too much. With 4th of July this weekend, there's prep we have to do. Luckily, not as much. I don't have to clean or anything since it's at my son's house, which is great. But we're helping him. So. And that was the last sprint, Ren. Yep, that was it. All done. And Lindsay says, done 1 journal page so far. Nice. I'm thinking about doing my wrap-ups instead of putting them at the beginning of my TBR like I do now. I'm thinking about doing them when I do the journal page for that month. That's what I'm thinking about doing. So we'll see what happens there. Kind of winging it at this point. And Ren says, just scrolled through Instagram Reels. That Sprint kind of want a grilled cheese now. So I'll be doing that next. Thanks for Sprints, Kelly. Absolutely, Ren. And that's grilled cheese. I keep thinking about that graphic novel. It's waiting for me at the library. So once I finish this, I can take it into the library and then get the grilled cheese graphic novel. So, I mean, I could just go get it, but I try to one trip, right? One trip, try one and get it out. Benny's ready to come in. All right, hold on, Benny. Hold on. I'm coming. Oh, somehow or another, she got messy today and Benny didn't. Look at that. And Jean says, I just picked up Some People because of the author. Didn't read the back of the book, hence some of the comments in our breakout. I gotcha. Ren says, wait, was that the last sprint? Yeah, sorry, last one. Christina says, I would give you 100 pages for tonight, but they are not scheduled yet. But here's Alicia's channel. Thank you very much. I have to tell Alicia about that. She's scheduled the next few. She knows when they're going to be. I do need to schedule my Monday night sprints for July. Thanks for hosting today, Kelly and Alicia, and have a beautiful day. Thank you, Christina. You too. Courtney says, okay, gotta go. Have a lovely rest of the day. Absolutely. Enjoy your walk. Oh, that sounds like a good anthology. Right? That's what I thought. And Christina says, hi, Zepho. And Jen says, that's a great idea. And Charles says, 99%, 14 minutes away from the end. Gonna make it before work. I'm assuming the idea you mean is the journaling one, or do you mean the wrap up? Let me know, because I'm very curious about how to do the wrap up. Because my TBR videos are like an hour long, right? But I make sure to put the things at the bottom so people can just see what they want. But I would like to separate. I don't want to do just a wrap up and the TBR. That's not fun. But if I do it with the journal, I thought that would be a different thing then. A little more interesting to watch. So you can see the pretty things instead of just look at my face the whole time. And Charles said 99%, 14 minutes away from the end. Gonna make it before work. Yes, nicely done. And Charles says, thanks for sprints. Absolutely. It was good seeing you. Sue says, thanks for the sprints. Absolutely. So good that you are on here with us. Could not do it without you guys. There's no point. I'm actually kind of liking my routine for the first time in my whole life. And Jean says, if you need to delay Some People, let me know. I haven't seen Mel in forever. She was almost done with it last time I saw her. And Jean says, thanks for sprinting. Jean says, what did you rate Infinity Alchemist, Charles? See if Charles is still on. Are you still on, Charles? I know there's a delay, so I'm being patient. Nope, I can't be patient. The dog's about to kill me. So I'm going to run away, but chat's still open. So y'all can chat. But I'll be in Vanessa's sprints, but I'm going to go say hi to everyone first. So thank you so much for being here. And we will see you tonight if you're going to be here for 100 Pages Book Club for reading A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. If not, then I will see you tomorrow for Morning Time Pirates at 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll see you then.